If you check all the blue countries in this map, you see that this map has the entire Europe, United States, China, and a lot of countries. But there is just one country that has the red color, and this country is Brazil. This map has 59 countries, and if you count all these 59 countries together, they have the same amount of crimes of Brazil. This statistic is from the year 2015, and this represents the motivation that the Brazilians have to leave Brazil, the lack of security. Vocês já foram roubados alguma vez na sua vida? Não.
Eu não, mas minha mãe já, bem recentemente, perto de casa.
Você já foi assaltado alguma vez na sua vida?
Já. Algumas vezes, né? Não só uma.
Algumas vezes.
Já. Sim.
Não, nunca fui.
Nunca foi. Beleza. Vocês já foram assaltados alguma vez na sua vida?
Assalto, não.
Não?
Já.
Tentativa?
Já tentativa?
Já.
Você já foi assaltado alguma vez na sua vida?
Sim, já fui. Várias vezes.
Várias vezes. Quantas vezes?
Most of Brazilians that I know got robbed at least once in their lives. That's why we create techniques like putting your backpack on the front of you so you always have the sight of your backpack, or entering the supermarket or the pharmacy just to see the clock of your phone because it's too dangerous to take your phone on the street, and also never stop on the red light at the night because it's too dangerous and a motorboy can pass and rob your car.
Man, we even invent some words to specify some kinds of robberies, like latrocínio. This word doesn't have translate for English, and this word means when a thief comes and steals you and he kills you afterwards. We need to invent this word because this happens a lot here in Brazil. And another word is arrastão. Imagine you are on the beach, enjoying your life with the sunshine, and out of the blue, like 20 guys come and steal everyone on the beach in just 1 minute. They come, they run, they steal everyone. In 1 minute, everyone is desperate. This happens a lot here, and it's called arrastão. And another term that we use is to have the wallet of the thief. Man, this thing is a really Brazilian thing. Right, it's nighttime and we're going just around the area to eat something. But because it's nighttime, I'm not taking my phone. So I'm taking a phone that's not mine. This is like a very old phone that I have, and 20 reais. And why I'm doing that? Because on the way, if I get robbed and I have nothing on me, it's a very bad situation because the thief can get very angry because I don't have anything and can start to beat me. To avoid the situation, I have the thief money and the thief's cell phone. Because if he robs me, he's not robbing my real phone, he's robbing a fake phone, and everyone gets happy with the situation. Every Brazilian knows this technique. So do you see how far we go with the security thing? This is a really bad thing actually. Your home needs to be a safe place, but here in Brazil, we have all the security things to put on your home to secure your house. Like this electric fence, the gate is all closed, you can see anything inside the house, and even they have the sign, like attention, this house has cameras 24/7. If you compare this house with a house in the USA, you see like in the USA or like in Europe, people don't even need to have gates in front of the houses. Let's make a tour. Look at this house, for example. You have the camera to secure the house and this little thing to secure the camera so the people don't steal the camera. Look how many security layers they have on this house. They have the gate totally closed so you don't really see what's inside the house, and then you have this little fence really sharp so you can't really climb, and then on top of the fence you have the electric fence. And even though you have the electric fence, on top of that you have the cameras. And on top of that, you have all the signs saying they have cameras and they have people on the community looking after your house all the time. Look at this amazing tree over here. And here in Brazil, we have the culture of the motorboy of the middle of the night. So every single house make like a signature every month to pay the motorboy, and the motorboy stays awake, roaming around the neighborhood and with the eyes for the thieves. So after the cameras and the alarm, in the middle of the night, for you to sleep very well, you have the motorboy of the middle of the night.
Brazil is a very dangerous place sometimes, and a lot of Brazilians leave Brazil because of that. And not only that, a lot of foreign people don't even come to Brazil to visit this wonderful country because of the same reason. And the worst part is, man, I cannot disagree, it's a very unsafe place. But a good way to see through that is by asking for the people that work on the street, like the Uber, for example.
Bom, para nós que trabalhamos como motorista de aplicativo, tem que estar atento a tudo. Por quê? Porque, é o seu ganha-pão. Já aconteceu comigo do passa-vidro tá com o vidro aberto e o motoqueiro meter a mão e levar o celular. Você pegou para fazer a viagem, você vai aqui ligeiro, chegou no destino do passa-vidro, você vai desembarcar, ó, olho no retrovisor, direto, aproximou alguém, desceu, vai embora. Gente, não para na porta de passa-vidro e fique fazendo tempo, vai embora.
Sim.
Entendeu?
É uma parada que tem que o brasileiro leva pra vida, né? Tem que estar sempre atento.
Sempre
toda
atento.
hora.
Sempre tenha 2 celulares. Um para você trabalhar e que coloque um aplicativo e comece a aceitar Pix para você aumentar a sua renda, e o celular do vagabundo para ele levar, que é esse aqui, ó, que não vale nada.
Bandido.
Exatamente. É o celular do bandido para ele não levar.
Man, I've been visiting some places in the world, and I guarantee that Brazil is the place that I feel most unsafe. Last year, I made an experiment, and I left my notebook on a Starbucks for half an hour. I came back half an hour later and no one even touched it. So I decided to make the same thing here in Brazil.
Right, I got this notebook just for this part of the video. I made this experiment in South Korea. I left my notebook on the Starbucks for 30 minutes and no one even touched it. Let's see how it happens in Brazil. We're here in the middle of the street and I'm gonna find a place to leave this notebook. It's a very old notebook, very cheap one. I just got it for Get Robbed. And let's make this experiment. Let's find a place.
I found this table on the middle of the street in front of a bar. Then I decided to put the notebook there. And then you can see this guy with a blue shirt. He passes, he looks at the notebook, he thinks, and then if you pay attention, you'll see that a police car passed at the same time. And then the guy of the blue shirt sits on the table of the notebook. He waits a little bit more and then he takes the notebook away with him and then enters the supermarket. The most incredible thing about that is that this all happened in less than 2 minutes. I know that in South Korea I put my notebook in a coffee shop and here in Brazil I put on the street. But man, 2 minutes is really impressive. This social inequality in Brazil is so huge that the 1% most rich have 50% of all the money in this country. Our culture also helps for this situation. I have been to a lot of poor countries that are not so dangerous. I don't know, man. I'm not a specialist in this subject, but the one thing that I know is that this strong image really scares me.
But what makes Brazil really dangerous? And the first thing that comes in the mind is the social inequality. Behind me you can see a really nice building and a favela just behind. Here on the ground you can't really see the contrast, but when you lift the drone, that's what you can see. I have lived in Europe on minimum wage, and even though I was gaining the minimum wage, washing dishes and making burgers, I could buy a computer at the end of the month, I could save my money to the next month, and I could do a lot of stuff with my money. But here in Brazil, you can do literally anything with your minimum wage. The minimum wage here is around $200 a month, and stuff here are really expensive. Man, I really like to talk good things about Brazil all the time. But this time, I'm here to talk something that's really bad. And that's another side of the face of Brazil. But a very important thing to share with you guys. And see you on the next video.